Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 25th of August 2023. Let's start with our session. Which company is set to launch India's first kerosene oxygen powered rocket? So Indian firm Agnikul Cosmos is on its way to becoming the first in the country to privately design, develop and launch this liquid fuel rocket, and Agnikul is now targeting to launch their maiden rocket named as Agni Ban Sorted. The full form is Suborbital Technological Demonstrator, and it is a kind of single stage launch vehicle that is driven by Agnikul's patented Agni-led engine, which is an entirely 3D printed single piece semi-cryogenic engine. Okay, so Agnikul Cosmos is set to launch India's very first kerosene oxygen powered rocket. Next is Vidhayak Kshetra Vikas Nidhi Yojana is associated with which state or the union territory? So Himachal Pradesh government has relaxed the provisions of Vidhayak Kshetra Vikas Nidhi Yojana during the financial year 23 to 24 by including protection works of retaining walls and channelization of nulhas under it. So this decision was taken in view of heavy losses caused to human lives besides public and private properties during recent heavy rains in the state, as per the Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh. Who is it? Mr. Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu. Okay. So this Yojana is associated with Himachal Pradesh state. Also, which institution has recently launched a centralized web portal, the name of which is Udgam? So this is Reserve Bank of India, and the full form of Udgam is Unclaimed Deposits Gateway to Access Information. So the launch of this web portal will actually help the users to identify their unclaimed deposits and enable them to either claim the deposit amount or make their deposit account operative at their respective banks. Okay, so Udgam portal is associated with Reserve Bank of India. Then next question is, which country is the organizer of Army 2023 9th International Military Technical Forum? So India, China and Iran have set up the pavilions at the ongoing Army 2023, which is the 9th International Military Technical Forum that is organized by the country Russia. And the Indian pavilion, which includes the DRDO, the three defense public sector undertakings including Bharat Electronics Limited, Bharat Earth Movers Limited and Goa Shipyard Limited. They are participating in this forum. Okay, so which country is the organizer of Army 2023? Answer would be the country Russia. Next is, when was the Maritime State Development Council constituted in India? Basically, it is an apex advisory body that was constituted in the year 1997 to develop the maritime sector. And basic aim is to ensure the integrated development of major and other notified ports. So Union Minister for Ports, Shipping and Waterways, Mr. Sarbanand Sonowal has chaired the 19th meeting of the Maritime State Development Council at Kevadia in the state of Gujarat. So that's why this council was in news, and the meeting will be attended by Chief Ministers, Ministers of the Coastal State and the administrators of Union Territories. So this council was established in the year 1997. Answer would be option number C. Also, as per the International Organization for Migration, 79% of people in which country lack sufficient access to water for essential needs? This country is Afghanistan, and they lack access to water for essential needs like drinking, cooking, bathing and washing. And the water crisis in Afghanistan is further enhanced by various challenges, particularly the most severe drought in 30 years, a deepening economic turmoil and the enduring effects of 40 years of warfare. Okay, so as per this, International Organization for Migration, 79% of people in Afghanistan lack sufficient access to the water for essential needs. Which state organized Startup Thiruvisa Fair 2023 recently? So Startup Tamil Nadu, which is the state nodal agency for startup and innovation, which is actually taking efforts to make Tamil Nadu a global startup ecosystem leader, is organizing this particular fair, and the first 2-day annual mega event is to celebrate the spirit of Tamil Nadu of being an entrepreneur and to highlight the efforts taken by the government of Tamil Nadu so as to support the startups. Okay, not only startups but other aspirants and different stakeholders at different stages of growth. So which state organized Startup Thiruvisa Fair 2023 recently? This is the state Tamil Nadu. Also, on the 114th birth anniversary of Madan Lal Dhingra, a memorial in his name was formally inaugurated in the Golbagh area of Amritsar. You can be asked that Madan Lal Dhingra was an Indian revolutionary from which state? Answer would be Punjab. Okay, so he was hanged to death on 17th of August 1909 at the age of only 24 years for killing British official Curzon Wyle. Okay. Union Power Ministry dedicated MPPSC's 660 megawatt super thermal power project in which state recently? Who is our Minister for Power? First of all, it is Mr. R.K. Singh. Also, he is our Minister for New and Renewable Energy. Recently, he dedicated the 660 megawatt unit of Bar super thermal power project at Bar in Patna in the state of Bihar. And MPPSC fulfills more than 90% of power requirement of Bihar. Also, he laid the foundation stone for the extension of Power Grid's Lakhi Sarai substation. Fine. So recently, he dedicated the NTPC's 660 megawatt super thermal power project in the state of Bihar. Next is, which country signed a memorandum of understanding with India to share India stack? So India and Trinidad and Tobago have signed a memorandum of understanding on sharing of this India stack. So basically it is a collection of open APIs and digital public goods that aim to facilitate identity, data and payment services on a large scale, right? So recently all of these three countries have signed this MOU to share India stack. Now can you tell me, the Sulina channel which was seen in the news recently is situated in which particular country? So it is situated in the eastern part of Romania country near the town of Sulina, and it connects the Danube river to the Black Sea, which actually provides a direct passage for the ships that are traveling to and from the river and the sea. So it has provided Ukraine with an alternative passage for its grain after Russia withdrew from the Black Sea grain deal last month. Ukraine, which is often called as the breadbasket of Europe, it is among the world's biggest grain exporters, with its economy heavily dependent on agricultural export, right? So Sulina channel is situated in the country Romania. Now next is, who is the first Indian after Vishwanathan Anand to reach Chess World Cup semi-finals since 2002? This is Indian Grandmaster R. Pragnantha. He became the first Indian after Vishwanathan Anand to reach Chess World Cup semi-finals since 2002. And he defeated world number 3 Grandmaster Fabiano Caruana in the semi-finals by a single tiebreak win. And he defeated compatriot Arjun Agassi to enter the semi-finals. Also in the finals, he was on the opposite of world champion Magnus Carlsen. Okay, so R. Pragnantha is the first Indian after Vishwanathan Anand to reach Chess World Cup semi-final since 2002. Now apart from it, Mohit Kumar and Priya, who were seen in the news recently, are associated with which sports? Actually, Mohit Kumar became the first Indian wrestler to become a junior world champion since 2019 in the World Under 20 Championship. And Priya, who is from Women's 76 kgs category, she earned another gold medal for the country and became the country's only second woman grappler to grab the title. Okay, so both of these sportsperson are associated with wrestling. They are Indian wrestlers. India's first 3D printed post office was inaugurated in which city? So Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw has inaugurated India's first 3D printed post office in Bangalore city, and its construction was completed in just 43 days, which is 2 days ahead of the deadline. And multinational company Larsen & Toubro Limited built the post office with technological support from IIT Madras Building Technology and Construction Management Division, which works under Department of Civil Engineering. Okay, so India's first 3D printed post office has been inaugurated in Bangalore city. Also, which institution has recently issued some guidelines to banks and the non-banking financial companies for not paying penal interest on the borrowers in case of default? So this is Reserve Bank of India. RBI has issued a fresh set of guidelines for the banks and other regulated entities on the imposition of penal charges on loan borrowers. So it was reported that many banks use the penal rate of interest over and above the applicable interest rate, and this was in the case of default or non-compliance by the borrower with the terms on which credit facilities were sanctioned. So the guidelines will be effective from 1st of January 2024. So these guidelines to banks and NBFCs for not levying penal interest on borrowers in case of default have been issued by Reserve Bank of India. Next question is, as per the Lok Niti CSDS survey, what is the biggest problem before the country as per the surveyed Indians between the ages of 15 and 34? Basically, 36% of Indians between the ages of 15 and 34 believe that unemployment is the biggest problem before the country, and this was the report released by the Lok Niti CSDS survey. So about 1 in 6 means 16% think that it is poverty and 13% think that it is inflation. Also, about 6% of the respondents identified corruption as the most significant challenge, and 4% each identified the problems in education and in high population. Okay, so the biggest problem before the country is currently unemployment as per the surveyed Indians between the ages of 15 and 34. Which country hosted the Camp David Summit in 2023? So this is basically a 125 acres country retreat for the President of the US, where US, South Korea and Japan agreed to deepen military and economic ties. So in a landmark summit held at Camp David, leaders of the three nations also made their strongest collective condemnation yet of China's dangerous and aggressive behavior in the South China Sea. And this meeting was attended by American President Joe Biden, South Korean President Yoon Suk Yeol and Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida. Okay, so this meeting or summit was hosted by the country USA. Also, don't forget that to mark the 200th birth anniversary of Arya Samaj founder Dayanand Saraswati this year, the government has formed a high-level committee headed by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And among its members are a host of union ministers, state governors, senior officials from various departments and office bearers of the Arya Samaj organization, and he was born in the year 1824. Simply you can be asked that who was the founder of Arya Samaj, answer would be Dayanand Saraswati. As per a recent RBI study, which state topped the list of states that attracted investment funds from the banks and financial institutions in 2022 to 23? So Uttar Pradesh topped the list of the states that attracted investment funds from the banks and financial institutions, and as per the data from RBI study, the state accounted for the highest share, that means 16.2% in the total cost of project that is sanctioned by the banks or financial institutions. Then Uttar Pradesh is further followed by Gujarat, Odisha, Maharashtra and Karnataka during 2022 to 23. Okay. So as per this study, Uttar Pradesh topped the list of the states that attracted investment funds from the banks and financial institutions in 2022 to 23. Then apart from it, the East Coast Railway is set to install intrusion detection system in which Indian state? Basically, to prevent the death of elephants due to train hits, the East Coast Railway has decided to install intrusion detection system at sensitive locations of elephant passing zones and elephant corridors in the state of Odisha. Basically, this system is based on artificial intelligence and existing optical fibers, which will be used as the sensors to identify the movement of elephant at locations and alert control offices, station masters, gatemen and loco pilots. Okay, so East Coast Railway is set to install these intrusion detection systems in the state of Odisha. So these are the most important current affairs and the news for 25th of August. And now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Hadsana signing off.